Welcome back to Pastor Nick's Book Club, where I recommend a book for you to read and share my thoughts on why it might be worth your time. Let's begin this chapter. I'm very excited to share with you this month's book, 10 Lies Satan Loves to Tell by Andrew Jones. There are several things about this book that led me to recommend it to you. First of all, Jones does a very effective job explaining complex ideas clearly and concisely. I encourage you to look for other things he has written if you want to grow in your faith. But the other thing I really like about this book, and why I recommend it to you today, is because it's a book on spiritual warfare that avoids the trap that too many other books on spiritual warfare fall into. Most often, books on spiritual warfare focus on you and how you can fight Satan and his demonic forces. But did you notice who is missing from that? God. Too many books on spiritual warfare forget to talk about God, and yet it is God who fights and wins these battles on our behalf. And this is what Jones emphasizes in 10 Lies, that victory is found in God alone. And so to achieve victory, we must rely on Him. And yet because we do not have to fight ourselves, our victory is assured, because Jesus has already won on our behalf. But what will you find when you read this book? As the title says, Jones addresses 10 lies of Satan, each receiving its own chapter to focus on it. A few examples of Satan's lies are things like, you cannot trust God, you can and must save yourself, and you are too dirty or broken or flawed or sinful to be forgiven. These are Satan's lies, and they can affect us all in different ways. So in order to show us the truth, Jones uses a formula in each chapter that begins by showing us how Satan has spread that particular lie, first in the Bible, but then also in our world. He also talks about why Satan wants us to believe the lie, and the fears that lead us to believe that lie, even when we know that it is a lie of Satan. Then, having covered the lie, Jones does what makes this book so special. He tells the truth that shows the lie of Satan is false. He shares what God's desired outcome is, and shows us how it all comes back to God and His love. Then at the conclusion of each chapter, he provides some questions for meditation and additional scriptures for you to study, either on your own or with a small group. I encourage you to pick up this book and hear in it the promises of God. If you want to grow in your relationship with your Heavenly Father, if you feel the weight of Satan's lies on your life, if you want to hear God's promises in a new way, I encourage you to read 10 Lies Satan Loves to Tell.